When we are out there in the dark, we'll dream about the sun. In the dark we'll seek the light, warms our hearts, everyone. If we hold on together, I know our dreams will never die. Dreams see us through to forever. As high as souls will fly, the clouds roll by for you and I. Hi everyone, Jennifer here, back with another edition of Movie Talk. Once again, it's time for our Halloween Movie Talk videos. And the second installment of my 2019 now dubbed Fright-tober movies, a little fun for Halloween, is the sequel to a movie I did last year. Yeah, last year. And that movie is The Mummy Returns. An ancient legacy of terror is unleashed when the accursed mummy, Imhotep, is resurrected along with a force of evil even more powerful, the Scorpion King. Now, as the fate of all mankind hangs in the balance, Rick O'Connor and his wife Evie embark on a daring, desperate race to save their son and the world from unspeakable evil. Okay, highlights of the movie. This movie was made in 2001, so just 2 years after the original, and is an action-adventure film and the sequel to The Mummy. It also kind of kicks off the movie trilogy, or the movie franchise, The Scorpion King, as well. As the Scorpion King is kind of is mentioned in this movie. That is the whole process of that, or the whole thing with the movie and Imhotep being resurrected is to deal with this Scorpion King guy. Okay, things I loved about this movie. First off, I really liked the story. This was a very, very cool story. I mean, if you loved the original Mummy, the first Mummy, you'll like this one. This one is one of those rare sequels, or, well, in my opinion, rare sequels that is better than the first movie. So this movie, the movie itself takes place 9 years after the first one. We know this because it is mentioned, and then Alex also mentions at one point in the movie that he's only 8 years old. So we know it has to be at least 9 years. When he says that, it has to be at least 9 years after the original movie, and they do, in fact, say that it does take place 9 years after the original movie. Secondly, I loved the effects. This movie had so many cool effects. Imhotep's power was amazing. The bracelet of Anubis that Alex has on his wrist throughout a good portion of the movie, actually, yeah, a good chunk of the movie. What it does is really, like, the effects of its magic is so cool. The mummies that are running all over the place, look so cool and so, well, I don't want to say lifelike because they're not really alive, they're dead, but so undead lifelike. Really cool. And we don't just have Egyptian mummies in this movie, we also have little pygmy mummies, which are, despite the fact that they are very deadly and they're kind of gross looking, they are also kind of cute because they're little. And then we also have the army of Anubis, which looks, oh my God, were the effects on them, considering the fact that they were completely CG animated and they were fighting real live actors and, well, extras and whatnot. They looked so cool. Those of you who are not up on Egyptian mythology or don't really follow Egyptian mythology, Anubis was the god of the underworld, he was the god of embalming. Osiris was actually the god of the underworld in Egyptian mythology. But Anubis was, one thing you have to remember is that the ancient Egyptians incorporate a lot of the animals they lived around, or they shared the land with, into their mythology. And Anubis was one of those gods that had an animal form, and his animal form was a jackal. So his army were these man-like jackal things. They almost looked like were-jackals that were halfway between human and man, in my opinion. And they looked really, really scary and really cool. And then, oh my God, the Scorpion King, when we see him after the introduction, he looked, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson plays the Scorpion King, and oh my God, did the effects on him when they're in the temple of the Scorpion King, actually fighting the Scorpion King, did that look so cool. Like, creepy cool. Like, creepy in a cool way. Oh my God, the effects were just amazing. Thirdly, I loved the backstory. We get backstory on a good chunk of the characters that were from the original movie. We get some backstory on Rick O'Connor. We get not so much backstory on Evie, but we learn about her past life, and we get backstory on that. We get more backstory on the events that led up to what caused Imhotep to be punished the way he was in the first movie. We get backstory, of course, on the Scorpion King, which was interesting. Again, like I said, this movie kind of sets up the Scorpion King franchise. I think it does. If I'm wrong, I do apologize for that. So we get a lot of backstory on that. Again, we see the Magi again, which are really cool. I love the Magi. They're just like amazing, and I don't just like them because of the fact that their name sounds very much like Jedi, which is from another franchise I love, Star Wars. I just like the Magi. I think they're so cool. Okay, cast. Here's a list of here are all the main characters from the movie. You will notice there are 5 new characters, and I tried to group them. Heroes on the one side, the villains on the other. Okay, feel free to leave your comments and questions in the comment section. I do love to read those. Please like and share this video if you're watching on Facebook, or like and subscribe if you haven't already if you're watching on YouTube. And feel free to follow me on Wattpad, Tumblr, Instagram, Twitter, and DeviantArt. I do have my name for those 5 sites right there on the screen, as well as the pictures I use for the icons. Please note that all pictures seen within this video do belong to their respected artists. I own absolutely nothing. The links for the 5 sites I mentioned will be in the description section, if that makes it any easier for you guys to locate my pages on those sites. And if you're watching on Facebook, the link for my YouTube channel is in the description section. And if you're watching on YouTube, the link for my Facebook page is in the description section. Okay, quick reminder on my comment rules. Okay, feel free to check out my related videos. My other movie talk videos. my movie tech special edition videos, and my other videos. Okay, before I sign off, a few things I'd like to touch on. First off, and this is for my YouTube subscribers, any of my videos that cannot be found on YouTube are on my Facebook page. Again, the link is in the description section. Okay, and this one is from my Facebook friends. Any of my videos that cannot be found on Facebook are on my YouTube channel. Again, the link is in the description section. And if you are looking for TV Talk, here's a list of all the TV shows I've either done TV Talk videos on or I'm currently doing TV Talk videos on. Okay, as always, thank you for watching and have a very nice day.